got to frustrate Team Sweden. They've outshot them. They've outplayed them in this period, but they still trailed them 3-0.
11-1. The shots now in favor of the Swedish Hockey Club. The Billy Ranford, who's a well-conditioned athlete, continues to get it done. There's no air conditioning here. Billy Ranford, every stoppage, takes the mask, puts it on his head to breathe easier. What a save he makes as he reads this play, gets across with his glove hand down, swats the puck out of the air off of Ulf Samuelsson. Now he shows how good his feet are. Look at Sandstrom waiting for a deflection. It's a low shot. Kick save and a beauty right there by Billy Ranford. Well-conditioned done. They did a sit-up test in training camp for Team Canada. Marty McSorley had the most with 120. Second was Gary Roberts with 110. Bill Ranford, the goaltender, third at 107. Goaltenders not too many years ago were never in that great a shape. Tells you a lot about Ranford. Corey?
Well said as a former goaltender. Naslund, 4:39 to play in the period. Skates to center ice for Sweden. Dumps it off to the left side for Sundin. Sundin shot. Ranford again kicks that away. Great reflexes by Ranford is getting it done tonight under enormous pressure. Peter Anderson now. Mats Naslund on the ice is Messier for Canada. So they've got a brief advantage now for 5 seconds over Team Sweden, but they'll use the time to change. Sutter forcing something at the blue line, but he'll go to the bench as well. Naslund stays out there. Canada with fresher players at the moment than Team Sweden caught on this change. They'll go to the bench one by one and try to alleviate that problem. Sundin going inside the line against Fleury. Little Theo Fleury rides him off and lets Eric Desjardins of the Montreal Canadiens bring it forward. Desjardins dumping it off at center ice for Gretzky. Gretzky being watched by Naslund, and Sweden comes away with it. 2-on-2 to center ice. 3:45 in the period. In they go. Shot deflected by Coffey and steered away from Salming. Still 3-0 for Canada. 3.5 minutes to go in the second period. Frequent line changes by Mike Keenan. Now Desjardins gets a break. Fleury forechecking. Paul Coffey is on the ice. He'll shoot it down to the Swedish corner. And it pops over. With 3:19 left, we have a whistle here. The 3-0 lead for Canada. This is the Labatt Canada Cup. It is 3-0 Team Canada here, and amazingly, Canada's only managed 1 shot on goal here in the second period, yet they hold a shutout lead.
Team Sweden's had 12, and of those 12, the majority have been quality scoring chances. Team Canada has badly outchanced the opposition through 2 games. They outchanced the Finns 24-14 and outchanced the Americans 32-15 in quality scoring chances. Those are numbers set up by the coaches looking at tapes, Don, but not in this game.
Little Fleury makes a bump but can't knock the Swedish player off balance. Lidstrom brings it forward, rolls it to Ranford's doorstep, and he will hang on. Right now, if you are voting for the Labatt player of this game, you've got a problem. Bill Ranford, Wayne Gretzky.
It is a problem. They've both been, by far, Canada's 2 best players. Gretzky killing penalties, and Billy Ranford just here in the second period, slowing down the onslaught. There you can see how he got the puck. He held on to it earlier in the game. He was moving it quickly. I think he fully realizes he's got to slow things down. Now he asks Mark Messier to go and get a refill of water that he can keep on top of his goal net. He is either showing that he's starting to get a little bit tired, or perhaps he's trying to slow down the offensive onslaught that the Swedes have put forth. They've had a multitude of great scoring chances. Ranford obviously here trying to slow it down. He's now talking to the referee. Now settles in.
On the draw for Sweden, Charles Berglund battling for it. But here's Fleury coming away with it. To Shanahan on his left and on to the right corner of Team Sweden. Fleury bumping in there with Lidstrom. Sweden brings it out. Berglund with Bergqvist across. Oh, they shot wide. Shanahan off the boards, clears the zone. 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the second period. Bergqvist dropping it off for Berglund. Salming keeps it alive in the zone. Team Sweden has done everything but score on Bill Ranford here in the second period. Long incomplete pass redirected by Shanahan to the Swedish zone as they will change full force on the fly. Coming up at the 2-minute mark and time remaining in the second period. Forsland now almost gave it away in his own zone. Forechecking Courtnall falling and behind the play. Borje Salming. He clears to the stick of Murphy. Shot right back in. Sweden trying to regroup here and bring it out. Knifing in front of his own crease for the pass to Johansson. It comes over on the right boards now to Forsland. Edstrom with him in there, but Canada clears to center ice. Hyrachuk ridden off the puck with 1:35 to go, and Courtnall is everywhere in pursuit of the puck for Canada. Here comes Robitaille with Hyrachuk. His shot is deflected up in among the spectators. 1:25 remaining in the second period.
Coming up between periods, we'll have a Canadian Open report. Day 1 from Glen Abbey. We'll have Czechoslovakia and the United States action from Joe Louis. A sports break from CTV Sports Control. Blue Jays leading 9-1 in Cleveland in the 7th. And our Bill Clement will be along with his analysis of that second period.
No, we talked during the first period, we talked about the swarming defense of Team Canada, especially in the neutral zone. Here in this period, the Swedes have moved the puck quickly, and the Canadians have not been close to their checks, especially in the neutral zone. Hence, the Swedes move the puck through the zone quickly and set up offensive plays.
Here comes Team Sweden. Pass to Naslund, hops off his stick. A very frustrating second period for Sweden. They've shown a lot of heart in battling back here. Now they'll mix it up, and the linesman will come in with 1 minute and 2 seconds left between the two benches.
Steve Smith, another one of the Team Canada players who enjoyed the ball game last night in the Dome. Got an autographed baseball from Kelly Gruber. Board work, and there's Smith coming in on Sundin. The play was alive. The puck was there. A perfectly legal play.
That's a harder hit than the Orioles could muster last night.
Stottlemyre was pretty good, wasn't he?
Yeah, powerful. Jimmy Key must be tonight, too. They'll announce that score in a minute here. You'll hear the roar. 9-1 Blue Jays lead in Cleveland. A minute to go here in the second period. Here's Sutter trying to jam it in. Just turned away by Samuelsson. Naslund with it now for Team Sweden. 40 seconds to go in the second period. Desjardins clears the zone. Gets it again, leaving it for Sutter. Good forechecking by Sweden. They try to force the play. Sundin with Naslund. Feeding Naslund. Going to an open corner with 22 seconds to go now. Desjardins for Canada. Naslund. Now Canada breaks it out with 15 seconds to go. Dirk Graham. Sutter trailing. Here's Tocchet shooting, and that's redirected by goaltender Tommy Soderstrom. 5 seconds remaining in the second period. Tocchet fighting forward with Naslund. And that'll do it for period 2. 3-0 for Canada after 40 minutes.
And it looks like a beleaguered Billy Ranford. An outstanding second period, and I believe that Mike Keenan is going to have to try and recharge his troops here. Sweden had themselves a fine period, and if they have another strong period like that coming up in the third, Team Canada could be in trouble.
Sweden just keeps on coming, and Ranford just keeps on turning them away. They've been outshot 24-12. All right, Rod, thank you. And this man was tested certainly in the first period, Tommy Soderstrom, but in the second period in particular, the man at the other end of the ice stole the show, plain and simple. It's been Bill Ranford, Wayne Gretzky night in Maple Leaf Gardens.
Don, Wayne Gretzky told us that he'd take the majority of his faceoffs in this game. Starting the third period, Corson takes the draw. You wonder if Gretzky's hand, perhaps, was bumped and maybe he's a little bit sore.
He told us before the game he planned to take 4 faceoffs, but you're right, it hasn't turned out that way at all. Here's Corson reaching forward and letting a shot go, redirected by Soderstrom up into the crowd, where just seconds into the third period. Canada with all the scoring in the first. 2 of the goals shorthanded. And the man who coached Sweden to the World Championship, Donnie Evanson, 1991, has to be frustrated with his team being turned back by Ranford the way he has denied them tonight.
I think he's pretty proud of the way they played in the second period. He was a former player himself, a center iceman. He's a focused coach, not a demanding yeller and screamer, but he's certainly technically sound as a coach, or so his players tell me.
Rundqvist wins the draw for the veteran Solming. Takes it in behind his own goal. Will try the left side. Gretzky missed the check at center ice. Rundqvist carries on now to the blue line of Team Canada. And Sundin is with him. It's shot back out, brought back in again, and called on the offside of the Team Canada blue line.
Team Canada changing up their defense pairings. Coffey had seen a lot of ice time with Desjardins. Here Coffey's on the ice with Al MacInnis. Paul Coffey, by the way, Don, worked this summer putting together a video on power skating. As we know, Coffey, one of the finest players ever to play as far as skating goes. He did the video up near Peterborough, and he did it with 6 young children, 4 of them boys, 2 of them little girls that are hockey players or skaters, put it that way. And I guess it's pretty good. He's hoping to get it out this fall.
Desjardins from behind his own net. Feeds it off on the left side for a little Fleury. Cross to Messier and on down to the Swedish corner. Robitaille collects it in behind. Right aside step out Samuelson's check. Johansson is in there to help out now in the scrum as they squeeze it free to Alf Dahlen. He's watched by Messier, but gets it ahead to Calle Johansson. Team Sweden. Shot out so far tonight. Brings it in with a shot by Samuelsson. Would have been wide of the net. Ranford got a piece of it anyway. Now Fleury's there to pick it up. Dahlen. Ranford's doorstep has to stop that. Another save. 26 shots now by Sweden. All blocked by Bill Ranford. Threading his way through the zone for Team Canada. It was Desjardins with a pass to Messier, but it comes back to the neutral zone. Over the boards they come. Reinforcements. A minute and a half into the third period. Fleury gets a rest. Smith takes the pass. Steen ties him up and forces it inside the Canadian blue line. Icing is waved off. Team Canada digs for it in behind. Here is big Lindros overskating it. Tried to send Garpeloff free on the left side, but it goes over the line. It'll be called all the way back for icing in the Swedish zone. This is the Labatt Canada Cup on CTV.
And the Americans move on to Chicago, where they play their next 2 games. And if that house happens to be full in Chicago, they'll be behind their club for sure.
Who would have thought on this stage of the Canada Cup, both the Czechs and the Soviets would be 1 and 2 and maybe in danger of missing the playoffs. Who would have thought that Team Sweden could outshoot Team Canada from the second period on to the extent they have and still not score? Larmer, Coffey, and Graham with first period goals, all engineered by Wayne Gretzky. The story in this game is Team Canada leads 3-0. Face off of the Team Sweden zone. Lindros won it, goes in behind, tries to pick it up and center it. Shot off the board by Samuelsson. They fail to clear. Now they'll bring it out. Samuelsson leaves it at center ice. Lindros sweeping in forward inside the blue line. With Howardchuk, his shot, right on, rebound. 2 fine stops by Tommy Soderstrom. Courtnall. Murphy's blast. Soderstrom down, the puck didn't reach him. Team Canada with sustained pressure for the first time in a long while in the Swedish zone. Here's Lindros scoring! 4-0 Canada!
It was an entire forward line. Courtnall, Howardchuk, And Lindros up high in the slot. The effort by the two forwards, Cordno and Howardchuk, set up Lindros, and he, with his big size, has a tremendous shot. He waits for the puck, and falling away, snaps it in behind the Swedish goaltender. But Don, that's the effort that the Team Canada club showed in the first half of the first period. What a huge goal that is to give Canada a commanding 4-0 lead.
It's his second goal. He also has 2 assists in the Canada Cup, and it makes it 4-0 for Team Canada. Now, this part is scary. Lindros is 6'5", 228. At age 18, he still has growing ahead of him. He's imposing enough now. Here's Graham, a quick shot. That's whistled down now as it was blocked by Soderstrom. This is the Labatt Canada Cup. Penalty coming here on CTV. He'll be off for roughing at exactly the 3-minute mark of the final period.
A roughing penalty that the referee decided he saw on the far side of the ice as Brent Sutter had touched the puck on the near side. Team Canada's specialty teams have been fabulous throughout this tournament to this point. They've scored 3 shorthanded goals. Penalty killing and power play have been very strong.
Rundqvist couldn't find Naslund with a pass. Salming collects it at center ice for Sweden. Now down 4-0, despite out shooting Canada 26-15 tonight. Rundqvist to an open wing. Sutter uses the boards in an attempt to clear and does get it back to the neutral zone. Naslund for Sweden with it. Rink wide, back off the skates of Naslund. Turned away by Sutter as he reached the blue line, and it's cleared back down the ice.
Now, Don, that forward unit of Graham and Sutter get the job done defensively when they kill penalties. Now, this unit that's on the ice now, Larmer and Gretzky, they think offense when they kill penalties. Defense first, but they think of jumping into the play and getting something offensively if the chance comes along.
Be sure to stay tuned right after the game for the Apple Autoglass Canada Cup game highlight. Apple Autoglass saves you money. 4-0 for Team Canada. Here's a chance for Thomas Sandstrom. Turned back, has it on the near boards, tries to dig it down to the corner and does to Thomas Steen. Sandstrom now with Gretzky with the Los Angeles Kings of the National Hockey League in a trade from the Rangers last year. Plays it back to Steen as they play catch. Back and forth they go. Sandstrom skates to the net. They jam it in front. Down goes Ranford, and he holds them at bay once again.
Don, what the Swedes are trying to do here is play catch on one side of the ice and draw people to them, opening up the other man on the far side. But the Canadian penalty killing unit did not fall for it. Steen's pretty tricky. He's a centerman. Gretzky goes to move out to the point. Watch Steen trip him up. Whoop. Tricky little play that he got away with.
Not called.
This guy has a lot of talent. We've all seen him play many games with the Jets. But the players here that he plays with talk about how smart he is. Ulf Dahlin in particular says you have to be ready all the time in the offensive zone because he'll put the puck on your stick blade when you least expect it.
It's a dangerous line. Steen with Dahlin and Sandstrom. Johansson and Samuelsson back at the point. Samuelsson keeps it alive. Stevens golfs it around, but retained on the right point. Kept in play by Sweden. Tocchet in the penalty box. 26 seconds left to go. It drifts wide of Ranford. Murphy. He opens at Glen Abbey, but a lot of golfing going on here as Murphy gets it out to center ice. Now Dahlin. Sandstrom. Steen helping out. Back to the right point. Sweden keeping the puck moving, but not getting any quality shots. There's one now from a bad angle by Sandstrom, but it's cleared immediately. A second left. Tocchet steps on the ice. Canada's back at strength.
I think one of the secrets for Canada is the fact that they used 3 forward sets. They used Graham and Sutter, Gretzky, Larmer, and then Fleury and Messier, and fresh forwards can really help.
Here comes Sweden again. Drop back, hard blast from the stick of Bergqvist, sails over top of Ranford's cage. Robitaille takes the bump on the board. Samuelsson into the far corner where Desjardins collects it for Canada and clears the zone with 14.5 minutes to play in the game. Robitaille tries to turn Samuelsson around and win possession. Now Robitaille's got it. Corsen's all tied up. And number 15, Garpenlov. Shanahan works free, shoots, and that's gloved and retained by Tommy Soderstrom.
Corsen with a little bump on the goaltender. Got the Swedish contingent a little upset, especially Garpenlov. He was the first one to go in and take a shot at Corsen. Mike Keenan has used everybody on the bench. He's used all of his 6 defensemen and all of his 13 forwards.
Remember, if you start a fight on these rules, you are gone. This is the one.
The netminder took a little bump from Corsen. There's that superstition he has. He backs into the goal and tries to wear out the top of his hockey pants. He's a character. He's a hard-working goaltender. He's a skilled goaltender. And he also, Don, wants to be a professional gambler. He's a roulette player, figures he can beat the system. It says when he gets out of this racket, he's going to become a professional gambler. Well, good luck. There are many broken hearts along the way.
Picked up in the Swedish zone. Forsling forcing it back. Number 4, Lidstrom with it. McInnes keeps it in. His blast from the point. Now Courtnall digs it in front. Intercepted there by Anderson of Sweden. A lot of skating room now. 4 side plus goalies. Here's Courtnall trying to feed Howard Chuck. Finds him, but it deflects out to McInnes. Wide angle shot is blocked by Soderstrom. Forsling. Check, and then a great check by Courtnall on Anderson. Whistle down. Who's going to get called for it?
I think Borje Salming's going to get a high sticking call. Courtnall with a pretty interesting hip check. Salming had a very active shift. He gave the puck away, then got it back, and then got involved to take the penalty. Salming will get the puck. Oh, this is Courtnall moving back. This is the second hip check he's tried to throw this game. This time it connects in a big way, and there's Salming going in. And when Salming hits, he likes to have his arms up. And the referee saw that the stick was up, and he handed out the penalty.
High sticking at 6:39 to Salming after the Courtnall hip check. So Team Canada has the advantage. And Gretzky convinced the linesman, and rightly so, the face-off should go to the Swedish zone. It'll come to the right of Tommy Soderstrom. He will take it himself, directing traffic as he steps to the circle. Just 3 Swedish defenders. Soderstrom huddled back in his net, now comes forward.
He lines up for a pass off the face-off dot. If I was a centerman, I'd try a shot right off the drop of the puck. He lines up towards the center ice side, not thinking that the centerman's going to release a shot off the drop.
Copies in full flight as he hits the Swedish blue line. He's got Larmer, Gretzky, and McInnes for company in there. 4-on-3 they play it. Intercepted by Calle Johansson. He'll clear for Sweden. 7 minutes and change gone here in the 3rd period. Team Canada leads by 4, and they're flying on the power play. Gretzky slows it to the pace he wants. To McInnes. Now takes it back on the point. Across the ice he goes. Gretzky shooting, and it's wide of the net. Calle Johansson. Larner gets tied up at the edge of the crease, and Gretzky has it near the red line. Larner. McInnes. Now Gretzky shoots it again. It's off target.
If that's a case of the Swedish club would rather have Gretzky take the long shot than allow Al McInnes to take the long shot. So they took away the pass across to McInnes, and Gretzky shot it and missed.
Here comes Coffey again on the long feed from Gretzky. He will play it in behind the net. Team Canada changing on the go here. 30 seconds left for Team Canada and the power play opportunity. Here's Sweden, the fast break by Sanderson. Sandstrom brings it out, and then is turned back by the hustle of Fleury.
Murphy's got his stick stuck in the blade of his skate.
And Sweden clears. They will bring it right back for a face-off to the right of Soderstrom. furious action there, and Canada, through it all, has widened the lead by a goal.
Fleury had a lot to do with it in the offensive zone. The thing about Fleury, he's a smart hitter. When he hits in front of the other team's body. If the player's skating up the boards, they'll find a way to get in front of him. Here, actually, he got away with tripping up Sandstrom right there, and that was right in front of the referee. Sandstrom appealed. Fleury did not get caught. Fleury along the boards doesn't lose many battles, Don, because he knows how to get in front of the opposition player to impede his progress and slow him up.
Wayne Gretzky in the first period set up 3 goals. And then a dramatic 4th goal by Eric Lindros here in the 3rd period has given Canada a little breathing room against a charging Swedish team.
It's given Bill Ranford a chance to rest. He's only had 2 shots here in the 3rd, as Team Canada is much better away from the puck, much better around the puck, and back to that swarming defensive play they showed in the first half of the first period.
Fleury, seconds left of the penalty. Murphy a blast, a second one, and then is gloved and retained as the penalized player steps back on the ice. 11:18 to go in the game. This is the Labatt Canada Cup on CTV. This is Don Chevrier along with John Davidson. Canada looking for win number 2 along with a tie in the Labatt Canada Cup of 1991. In command, heading down the stretch at Maple Leaf Gardens tonight.
Russ Courtnall seeing a lot of ice time in this game, and it appears as though Mark Messier getting an opportunity to rest a little bit on the bench, not seeing as much ice time.
Sweden brings it forward. Number 18, Bergqvist inside the line and rolls to Ranford. He'll smother it. Coming up on 9 minutes here in the period.
Chuck Lindros connection continues to be intact, as Howard Chuck is seeing a lot of the wing work playing the left side on this line. He thoroughly enjoys this Canada Cup action. In '87, he was used in all different roles when they won it. Team Canada, that is.
On the draw, Berglund gets turned around. They'll leave him there for a second chance.
Don, it's tough to see a player out-muscle Lindros for a loose puck.
Kick to the line and plucked by Ranford again with a glove hand.
Lindros lost that draw. Smart play by the Swedish player.